behold, uh, the devil is very observant and saw what God was doing and decided to follow St. Peter. And every time someone say that would seem to be interested in what St. Peter had to say, right right next to him came, say, the devil, and coerced the individual to and distract him from receiving a moment, and then was guided away from St. Peter and decided to, the devil had, it seemed to be more interesting, and this is an example. The cobbler, or the shoemaker, was listening to St. Peter and said, yes, I'll give you a moment. I think I have a moment. I don't have any customers right now. And at that instant, the devil came over and said, Mr. Cobbler, I need 10 pairs of shoes. Can you make them up very quickly? I need them within a day. And the cobbler realized all this money that was going to be made. And he tells St. Peter, well, could you come back later? I'm going to be busy for a few hours, but I'll have time for a moment, I promise you. And St. Peter was saddened and realized that the dilemma that he has, because people are just too busy. If you're a doctor, of course you have no time. You're available 24/7. And I'll say, if you're a housewife, you're too busy with children, taking them here and there. And if you have an ordinary job, and or just a job, and you're 9 to 5, you're too busy going to look for that boyfriend, or if you're a male, you're looking for that girlfriend. And so you're going to bar hop, you're going to dance and so forth. I did all that. That was fun. But at one time, I decided that at the age of 30, almost 31, when I met my teacher, that I was dissatisfied with the way my life was going. And if you looked at my life, you would think, that is a successful man. A business he had, a beautiful wife, money in the bank, cars, and properties. And this is what St. Peter was. St. Peter was in competition with. People want things. People want material things. We want clothes. I mean, I like my clothes. I mean, I like to dress nice. A friend of mine was pretty sick, she's recovering right now. But she had this idea that she had to go and wax her vehicle, because I was trying to get her to walk. Let's take a walk. Exercise is good, and she just doesn't like to walk. But I think walking would be good for her, because I walk at least 3 to 4 times a week, at least 45 minutes to an hour, and I find it very, very good. And this friend found time to wax her vehicle, and spend 2 or 3 hours in her garage in this cold. Her garage must have been at least 55, maybe 50 degrees, and it's cold. And then when she comes back in, she goes to bed, and she's exhausted for 2 or 3 hours. We are steered by desire, and we are, like Spinoza says, that we are modified. And we believe that the thing that we're doing is going to make us feel good. This vehicle she has is a beautiful car. Beautiful vehicle. Actually, it's an SUV. It's a beautiful Lexus. And she is so identified with it. She believes that car is her, because it gives her such pleasure. Here we go, pleasure. And if it's dirty, she feels pain, less perfection. But if we go back to St. Peter was trying to give moments where the truth and the salvation of individuals. But nobody had a moment. And this is what I'm trying to do with these videos, is to awaken and to help you with these moments to regain moments of introspection, to gain moments in silence, and to gain moments in endeavoring to self-discover your true intelligence. You know, I love that story, A Stranger in Paradise, and that's why I read it 5 or 6 times, and I will continue reading it, because every time I read it, I find something new in it, because I find that I'm new. I'm new all the time. I won't say, and I won't say every day, but 6 months from now, I'm a new individual. Science says that that the cells of our body, they're constantly shedding, regenerating, and they're dying, and the new ones are being reborn. As we get older, it's less. I mean, you have new cells, but not as many as you were an infant or a young adult. And basically, my cells are dying. I'm 68 years old. I'm looking forward to be 120. So therefore, I have a lot of growth to come to. I find that I'm continuing to grow, and as I continue communicating these ideas the best I can, hopefully you'll gain something, and maybe you would want to communicate with us by email, or if you would contact our website, look for LivingSpinoza.com. You'll find us, and on there you'll find also articles that you might find interesting. And if you decide that you want to really grow, we can have some conversations via our computer if you're out of the country or in another area, or if you're local. What I want to do is create meetings in my home. And if we have enough individuals, we might be able to rent a space. But the idea would be to, in a group environment, we're able to explore more. You'll be among individuals who have a similar interest. And this is what's so stimulating. When I met my teacher in 1970, we had, I would say, literally hundreds of individuals. At one time, we had, probably in one room, we maybe have 40 or 50 individuals in a large circle. And I would say that I get calls or emails from individuals. I had an email from an individual that was living in New York, and he attended several of our meetings, and he wanted to create a Gurdjieff meeting in New York, and so he wanted to know how to begin. And so he was touched by our meetings. But I would say that if you attend one of our meetings, you may want to attend more than one, you may not. But the idea is to help us overcome our inertia, our fear, and learn about the emotions that occur in us, because just like best friend, the article we talked about, written to Annie's mailbox about her friend Annie, we have a lot of issues, problems, opportunities that can transcend us, meaning that we don't have to be caught up in the painful emotions. We can understand what we are doing and why we are doing it, and how to change our thinking and come to know more reality, more perfection, and ultimately enjoy our mental activity and learn about our intuitive intelligence. Good day.